My name's Jason, this is the WDS Originals YouTube channel, and behind me here is my E92 M3. Now this M3 is a little bit different. As you can see, we have a V10 engine and a DCT gearbox. So let's rewind and take it back to where this journey began. Now it all began when I was presented the opportunity to buy this Alpine edition E92 M3. Now sadly this car came with no engine as it was previously blown up at the Nürburgring. So we bought the complete shell and some of the running gear with the intention of rebuilding it or doing a big build. Now at the time of purchase, I was unsure what I was going to do with this car, but given the price I'd just paid for it, one thing was for sure, it was coming home with me. Now on the journey home, I started thinking what would be a good idea. Do I put the original V8 back in it, or do I do a build? Now I'd always wanted to do a V10 build, I've just never had the opportunity. And after doing a bit of research and scouring eBay for a cheap M6 or an M5, I decided to pull the trigger and headed up north to go and collect an M6 convertible. Now the reason I like to buy donor cars is you can thoroughly test them before taking them apart. Once we've done so, we'll take the V10 out of this car and then sell the rest of it for parts, hopefully returning as much money as we possibly can as we've got some nice bits on this car. After a nice smooth journey home and a thorough test drive in the M6 when we got back, it was now finally time to take this car apart. As you can see here, I was actually having a bit of a tough time with this decision, as this M6 was a really nice car. So much so that I almost considered abandoning the project and selling this M6 on for a profit. However, after a bit of procrastination, I made the executive decision to build this V10 E92 M3 once and for all, and it was now time to start taking apart this M6. Fuck, that's hot. Oh, 33 degrees it is currently. As you can see by the sweat dripping off of my face. Don't ever tell me that building cars is easy. So after removing that heavy gearbox and almost dropping the V10 off the engine crane, it was time to lift it up and out the way so we could finally get rid of that SMG gearbox. Now some people love the characteristics of the SMG box, but me personally much prefer a DCT gearbox. I'll go into the ins and outs of that a little bit later, but for now you can see we're rebuilding the M6 back up, as this is because I've actually sold the whole thing to a breaker. So he's going to take the entire rolling shell with all the panels, everything except for that V10 engine. He's actually also taken the SMG box. This is perfect for me as it means that I don't have to deal with everyone that wants to buy individual parts, and I can just drop the whole thing off to the breaker's yard and let him deal with it. Hopefully he'll also make a slice and everyone will be happy. Now I'm just going to add a bit of context whilst kindly asking you guys to subscribe to the channel. I paid £9,000 for this M6 and then sold the remainder of the car for £5,500. So effectively this engine had cost me £3,500. Yes, it's a bit of hard work and effort, but as you can see it's definitely worth doing. So next was getting this V10 in the E92. So we pulled the E92 in the workshop and started doing some calculations as to exactly how this was going to happen. And to put bluntly, the only way this was going to happen was by giving it a damn good go. So join us on episode 2, where we're going to start going into the fabrication and showing you guys exactly how we got that engine in the E92 M3. Now, of course, in the future episodes, we'll also be going through some of the other implications, such as wiring, as this car is going to require a standalone ECU and lots of custom modification. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying this build and you want to see more from the channel. I look forward to seeing you next week, where we jump back into my E30 M3 build and continue leveling up. Of course, if you guys want to come on the journey with us, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and once again, thanks for watching and supporting the channel.